Okay, proof of concept. Let's see if this works. Hello, I'm your father. I'm not sure when you find this or what's going on in the world when you see it. I don't know if you're going to find it tomorrow or if you're going to find it in 20 years. But I wanted to put some things together just to say this is what happened. Your mother and I couldn't make things work, and I never stopped thinking about you. Right now, you both are very little, and I had a rocky relationship with my own dad when I was growing up. And though I was older than you are now at the time, I never really understood what he was going through. And I think I uniquely have started to have an idea of the situation that he went through when I refused to see him, when circumstances kept us apart. Well, mostly it was me being a teenager and just refusing. You guys are littler than that, and you don't understand what's going on. And I've been told you probably won't even remember this year or the next. But I certainly do. So I went and I spent some money I really didn't have to start this vlog, I guess, is what they call them. Because my hope is that sometime in the future, either I'll turn you on to it, or you'll find it on your own, and maybe you'll have the opportunity to understand that I never stopped loving you guys, and I never stopped thinking about you. Like I said, this is proof of concept. I'm going to attempt to get this online and see if it works. Make sure that I'm doing it right. So a couple things. The place is never going to come up. I will be generalizing that. Right now I'm in upstate New York, nearby to where you grew up, or to where you were born anyway. Names are never going to be mentioned. Familiar relationships will be grandpa, fathers, uncles, aunts, that kind of thing. But no names, because it's important to me that this, since I'm just releasing it to the world, it doesn't get anyone bothered or in trouble or what have you. Jobs, of course, I'm going to talk about it, a lot of that kind of stuff. My plan is to try and release one of these every week from now until I don't know when, probably a long, long time at this point. And then we'll be able to, as things update, I'll be updating. Like I said, it's a video log of how one father tried very hard to tried very hard just to remind you both that I love you both very much. So anyway, where I am now, like I said, is the house you guys were born in. Well, not born in, but you came home to the first days. We're losing this house. Your mother and I can't hold on to it. We can't afford it for one thing, and for another thing, it's the mold issue is your mother's allergy to mold is making it impossible to stay here, despite the fact that we got it cleaned up entirely. It's, for whatever reason, is still affecting her. So you guys are off living where you are now. You're going to know your own story way better than I am, as much as I'm going to want to try and stay involved with that. I won't have that capability. At the moment, I am attempting to get a job because it has become very clear to me that at least this year, the best thing I can do for my family is to make more money. So my current attempt, my current what I'm currently trying to do is to increase the amount of finances that I'm bringing into you guys, to myself, and perhaps in some ways just to make myself more worthy of my family in itself. I don't know if that makes any sense. That doesn't even make much sense to me. So anywho, so I may be moving away. I don't know. I've certainly interviewed with a couple of places in Connecticut, in Texas. I have a job that I'm attempting to get in Tennessee. These are all places that I would be moving to again, make a little bit more money, so I can send more money home for mommy, so she can pay for your schooling and pay for your daycare and just keep that going. I never meant for any of this to happen. This has been the worst year of my life, because if nothing else, it's proven to me that I am too volatile a person to be allowed to take care of little people. I said to your mom the other day that I didn't even know why you guys were scared of me right now. I didn't even know why the courts were keeping you away from me. And she reminded me of everything I had done, so I do know. Here's why. In the last several months, I had been neglecting you guys. I've been letting you watch TV, and I've been trying to sleep. You don't do that with little kids. I've been yelling when it was time to get places and go places because I just wasn't able to process myself on all the ins and outs of you guys. You know, it's not your fault that you're little. It's not your fault that you have that you didn't know better, or more precisely, that you just wanted to play. That's what you're supposed to do when you're little. And I just wasn't taking enough time to make it work. So I scared you because I yelled. I scared you because I fed you junk food that made your bodies all sick. I scared you because I neglected you and I slept when I should have been watching you. And the fact that nothing really bad happened to you guys, the fact that neither one of you got hurt, is a miracle, and I'm very grateful for that. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Daddy couldn't handle being Daddy. My hope is that whenever this is, that you see this, that you'll have it within the capacity to forgive. I don't have much forgiveness for myself at this moment. I screwed up. I screwed up bad. I messed up my family, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me. So, realistically speaking, I don't know. Realistically speaking, I don't know. Like I said, proof of concept. I'm not sure. So anyway, I'll be putting this out there tomorrow when I get to work, because I don't have internet here at the house. And we'll see how long it takes for you to find it. My assumption is it'll be a while, because you guys are still very little, and I don't think you're on your computer yet. Anyway, that was whatever it was.